Alright, really quick. Just get this out of the way. This is the recording thing. So, real quick, just to look at these, because I really am going to bed in 10 seconds. Here's Via. High risk probability of getting stopped out. Maybe take on, yeah, I think about that 4% is probably the most. So, it's a very risky trade because it's high risk. Now, you could set stop loss to like 3, because chances are if it fails the EMA, it's going to fail, but I would sit. This would be the support for me, not the EMA, but right there. So you would really, if you entered when I posted this, when I did it, you'd have to take on 5% risk. So that's that. But the potential here would be to go back to the top at least, right? So you're looking at 70% like pumps. So there's an insane amount of potential there. With MDA, it's looking like another pump. So earlier I was going to get in, and then it tanked back down. Luckily I didn't. But now we've come back down and got support from the bottom of the Ichimoku cloud, so I'm thinking we might have a chance to break back out right now, since the cloud held so well. Even over here on this collapse, the cloud held on that candle before it kept coming down to the next one. So I really do trust the cloud, and I think this is a really good sign that this could be the next big move up. Big move up. So I'm in. I'm doing it. High risk trade. I realize that. Usually not something that I would accept because it's a little risky for me, but I've just made, in the last couple of months, I don't know, I'm probably up like 50 grand at this point. I've been on such a tear. Not quite 50, but definitely in like the tens of thousands somewhere. So that's that. And then for Knowles, this is perfect. I mean, it came right back up to that crucial resistance I have noted here. Let me get the cup and handle thing out of the way. Look at that. It got rejected exactly at that resistance that I had on the chart. Like, exactly. So this makes me feel like my analysis is just spot fucking on. It's on fire. And then it came back down, and now we're getting a ton of support from the top of the Ichimoku cloud. So I think one of our Ichima dynamic supports is holding right there. And then this cup and handle could later form. I think it has to get all the way up to about almost 6, so almost 60 cents. If it can get up there and then do the correction. If it does correct here, like if that's the top and it just goes down into a handle, it probably could serve as a cup and handle. It's just not as perfect as it would have been if it was a bigger, more well-defined one. So either way, we have to keep our eye on this. For right now, I'm in a short-term play here, but if we end up noticing a more formed cup and handle, we might be able to do something with that. We'll see. And then lastly, NXS, another trade that I really like. That was low risk. It's already up slightly. This one's low risk, only 2.7%. It's slightly risky because it stops into Bitcoin, but I'm pretty confident about Bitcoin right now. And I think this could easily make a run up right now. We see the Ichimoku clouds picking up, right, trending up. We have an uptrend on the EMAs. We're starting to see a pickup on the upswing on a stochastic, so that could be a good sign. That this essentially would have been 1 and then back down 2, and now this would be wave 3. So it looks like we already bottomed out, which got a lot of support from the 99, and then we had support from the other EMA the entire time. So Ichima definitely looks good there. And that's it. And the last thing I would probably just quickly show you is ICX. So ICX is down a little bit. I just showed if instead we entered, if somebody were to want to go in and enter right here, they could do it this way. And that's how I set it up with only 1.3% risk. Look what happened. Now it spiked up big, so some people definitely just got into ICX. So that's doing well too. So I'm happy I'm in that trade. And then all right, so we could also quickly look at BTT. It's another riskier one that hasn't done anything yet, but can very easily get stopped on that. These are some more risky trades than I normally get into, so keep that in mind. Although Although it is paired with USDT, it's really not that risky. It actually isn't risky at all, to be honest, because I'm only risking 2.8. This is a fine trade, BTT. It really isn't risky. And now the price is lower than my original entry, but my original entry was when we first got above the EMAs. Now that we're below them, I'm a little less confident. Still possibly a good trade. What else did we get into? Nulls we've gone over. TRX, I never officially entered this, I don't think, with the group, but I did enter it, and I'm hovering around my entry. I'm pretty sure I didn't enter this with the group. If I did, then I'm sorry, I haven't updated you on it, and if I didn't, then it is what it is. This was my TRX re-entry, so maybe we'll talk about that tomorrow. And then Link is stopping out right now. My actual stop loss is a little lower. It's right where the 786 is at 47.21 right there. So I'm not quite stopped out. I do have some room to go before I do get stopped out. This is my actual stop loss down here. So even if you guys get stopped out at all, I still won't until we get back down to that point. You could always adjust your stop loss to reflect that, but that's just so much risk. I really wouldn't want you to be going up to 5-6% risk. It's crazy. Quantum is looking good. We entered right there, and that's moving up. So that's a good sign. And then this ETC trade was dead. So was this Neo trade was also dead. All right, that's it. That's all we got. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.